This year we are stimulating national dialogues on the future of work, such as this one here in India. And I'm very pleased that this type of dialogue is now taking place in more than 130 of the ILO's member states. That's a pretty good take-up. It shows that we're homing in on something which matters to people and speaks to their national priorities. And I want to say just how important I find it that India has picked up this agenda with enthusiasm and with determination. Let me say there are very good reasons why India is central to this overall global endeavor. And I could sum it up by saying that the future of work very much depends upon the future of the world of work in India. Why? Because you are notoriously the world's fastest growing major economy. You have the world's largest youth population. You are the world's largest democracy.
Most important is the skill development. In India, we find, especially in the cities, that we have jobs for which there are no people, and we have people who can't find jobs. So both things are there, but there is a skill mismatch. And for this, everybody has to work together, be it government, be it educational institution, be it business, be it labor, to see that the skills are those which are required by the market. Also, as we develop further, as we go in 10 years down the line, maybe these different skills will be needed. The skills needed today are not the same which were needed 20 years back. So this will be a continuing process.
Skill development is a good idea. It is implemented in states and in the national level, in the ITIs, in the polytechnics, in the engineering colleges. But we produce millions of young people, qualified people coming out of the colleges. There is no job for them. So they want to go out. In turn, we export manpower. But that is not being used in India. So what should be the platform for providing employment in a decent manner? What should be the trusteeship or partnership arrangement between the trade unions and management and government?
Let us first take the nature of the work itself. Earlier we thought that the work means I go to office at 9 o'clock in the morning and come back by say 6 or 6:30, 7, etc. And then whatever work is assigned to me, I discharge that responsibility. But today that has undergone a change. The job itself has changed because of robotics, because of information technology, and because of outsourcing. Now, a lot of work can be accomplished through outsourcing. The employer, my owner, is sitting in New York, and I am working for him sitting in India seamlessly. So the nature of job itself has undergone a change, and it becomes very difficult where it starts, where it stops, how to ensure that certain minimum labor laws are applicable everywhere, irrespective of the geographical boundaries, but without compromising on the sovereignty of any country.
Sustainable Development Goals, which actually were announced last year and which actually are supposed to show us some accomplishment by 2030. And I find that gender equality is one of them. If you have macro policies that lead to institutionalization of greater inequality, then your market gets skewed in favor of skills which support such lifestyles, which support the lifestyle of conspicuous consumption on the one hand, and subsistence living actually on the other. The middle bit just goes away. The middle bit that gives you intellectual growth or that gives you social satisfaction or psychological satisfaction that leads to social cohesion, that market can actually disappear. So when we do talk of skill development, we also have to look at our policies, both fiscal, monetary, our interest rate regime, the kind of approach we have towards those who could get easily marginalized. So in the policies that define corporate activity, economic activity, and government policy, these two perceptions need to undergo a change, look upon women as contributors to the economy, also as consumers. At the same time, also look at those who are not so rich as people who will deepen the market for the goods that you produce.
For the first time, and it wasn't existing under the MDGs, the word decent work has been explicitly incorporated, not only the goal 8, but also many other goals, the element of the decent work, be it the social protection, be it the poverty alleviation, be it the decent wage and conditions are incorporated. Of course, the partnership, social dialogue, and so on. So we are very excited that we can use the decent work agenda, putting at the center of the discussion of the sustainable development, and have really a great momentum. And that comes back to the first mantra that we have under the 2030 agenda and sustainable development goals: no one left behind.
India seems to me to be set upon shaping its own future with determination and with confidence, and I welcome and applaud it. But we know that India faces enormous challenges as well. 7.6% economic growth is unparalleled in any major economy today. You're growing at twice the trend rate of the global economy. That's great. But talking to all of you, whether you come from governments, you come from employers, you come from the workers' side, it's clear that there are underlying challenges that should not be and cannot be obscured by that headline. But I'm interested in the process of structural transformation in India. India has a very interesting physiognomy of economic activity, a very big service sector, but of a pre-industrial, pre-manufacturing service sector. It's not the post-industrial service sector. A major agricultural sector still. And of course, this focus on Make India, on the manufacturing sector. My personal view is India will make its own path. You're not imitating, you're not following in the footsteps of others. And as you do so, I hope that three things happen. Firstly, I hope that the issue of gender is integrated into that development path. Secondly, I hope that the issues of formalization find a satisfactory part in the direction that you travel. 93% informality is a dramatic circumstance, and formalization is the right road to go. And finally, the issues of poverty. Despite the enormous progress that India has made, 1 of every 4 poor people in the world lives in your country. So, as I said earlier on, the success of the 2030 agenda will be India's success, and India's success will be the 2030 agenda's success. There can surely be no greater prize than that.